So let's hope you never have to get your fingerprints taken down at the police station. But what I would like is for you to be able to make your mark with your family and friends by writing them some special letters. Maybe letters that they'll keep for a long time and treasure forever. So I'm happy to be back today and talk about making your mark by writing letters. And I'm really excited. At the end of the video, I've got a bit of a story to tell you on what I am going to do next and what I've found about a person who left their mark with some very special letters. And we're going to have a look at that in the coming videos. So I'll tell you about that later. Have you ever thought about what people will be thinking of you when you're gone? What is it that you'll leave behind for people that you've known? And yeah, what sort of special memories will people have of you when you're no longer around? You might have your own story about a letter that you received from a loved one who's no longer around. I don't have letters as such, but I do have some handwriting from my grandparents and my parents, who've all passed away now. And it is something really special. My daughter left her mark with my father, her grandfather. She wrote him a lovely letter when she was just a little girl. And he kept that letter folded in his wallet all his life. So we've kept that wallet. Well, we've given that wallet back to my daughter, and she's framed that now and has that special memento from him. But it's also about the connection that she had with him and that beautiful letter that they shared. I'd love to think that the letters that I send to my grandchildren will be something they'll like to keep and treasure, and be something special for them once I'm gone. But instead of just thinking about, when we're all past, the letters have an impact on us right now while we're here. So let's, living in the present, let's think about that and how much joy it can bring to people to get a letter. Not just to have a letter once you've passed away. I was trying to think about some unique things that people have or might do in their letters to stand out. And it could just be the way you sign off on a letter. You might have a special phrase that you use on a regular basis, or you might draw, I don't know, it might just be your special handwriting is unique. Maybe you're one of those that likes to put hearts on top of their eyes, or have special flourishes in their letter or something like that. But that's for each of us to discover ourselves and find our unique thing. That's it, making your mark. It's about people recognising you through your particular traits and ways of doing things, your patterns of doing things. It's really interesting to see how much our handwriting is unique to us, kind of like our fingerprints. I've seen a lot of true crime shows and, seeing these experts who study handwriting and how much they can tell about a person and how unique everyone is. There's so many patterns and styles that say something about us. And yeah, I just think it's a fascinating profession. People have studied all these different styles and come up with theories like profiling people based on their handwriting. It's so interesting. We might look into that a little deeper one day. But yeah, just to be the recognition of a particular person based on their handwriting. It's pretty cool. I know, like, there's people in my life, if I see their handwriting, straight away I know that it's theirs. And I'm sure that'll be the same for my family. They would recognise my handwriting as opposed to other people's. But yeah, we all have that unique style, have our own mark. I don't know if you've seen any of the videos from Rajiv Surendra. He has the most beautiful handwriting. He's a calligrapher, and yeah, his videos are worth looking into too if you're interested in the sort of calligraphy style of writing. But there's plenty of YouTube videos out there on writing. But I just bought a simple cheap book from a school supply, actually. So I have like grid books and lined books that you use in primary school, what we call primary school here in Australia. There's so many like aids that you can get from the newsagent or school supplies book that can help you if you want to do that. Otherwise, just grab a normal exercise book or pad of lined paper and start that way. You can rule your own lines if you're so inclined. There are so many helpful things out there. I like to keep like a sample of what style I'm writing in front of me, and yeah, it's really a matter of copying and just trying over and over again to get those shapes right. So Rajiv, he suggests that before you start, that you do a few exercises where you just hold your pen and just do some looping and get your hand moving in a nice free style. And yeah, it just helps keep you relaxed for when you do start to write. There's nothing worse than getting cramped up fingers and that sort of thing from holding it too tight. And that shows up in your writing as well if you're holding your pen too tight. There's nothing wrong with that in a style, but yeah, it's a bit hard to maintain if you're writing long letters and you're tense. But yeah, it really just gives it a nice flow if you stay relaxed. But each of us will find our own way and find a style that we're happy with. So I thought of an alternative if you're really adverse to having your own handwriting seen by people. You could go the long way around and cut out letters from magazines, or you could stamp your letters. What other ways could you do it? You could use stencil. I'm sure there's alternative ways. If you really, really don't like your handwriting or don't feel that people could read it easily, you could have fun and make it crafty and use some stamps or cut out letters. I think that would be fun too. I might try that with maybe just like signing off or addressing the envelope. It's always fun to do those things as well. I bought some little stamps with the alphabet letters, and I'll show you what I was able to do with that. And yeah, there's so much fun that can be had out there. We just need to think about alternatives and find a way that makes us happy. So I'm really excited to tell you about a book that I found a few weeks ago. I was out walking and I popped into a second-hand shop and I found these really cool books, these two books. And I'm hoping to spend a bit of time, I'm going to spend a bit of time sharing these letters. Rachel Henning really did leave her mark on more than just her family, but you know, now a book's been published, thousands of people have read it. They were first published in the Bulletin newspaper in New South Wales many years ago, and then put into a book. But you know, and now they're reaching us via YouTube, so they've stood the test of time, and I'm excited to share them with you. So part of today's video is about practicing our handwriting. That's what we wanted to talk about today, was the importance of, well, it's not even important really, but some people feel less confident about writing because of the state of their handwriting. And I just wanted to show you that a little bit of practice goes a long way, and a lot of practice makes perfect, so they say. It's just so easy to grab a book and start practicing. It's a bit like school days again. I remember those first handwriting lessons in years, 1 and 2 at school. I had a teacher who was quite a stern teacher, and she used to walk around the classroom often with the big meter rule, the wooden meter rule, and hit the board as we were learning our tables by rote. And she would just sort of roam around the classroom between the rows of desks, and if she needed to get our attention, she'd hit the ruler on the floor or a desk or something, and we'd all jump to attention. But I really appreciate the effort she put into getting our handwriting up to a nice readable standard. And my own handwriting's gotten a bit sloppy over the years, and I decided that I would get a practice book and just start doing a few lines and see if I can improve things with a little bit of time and effort. So I'll show you what I've done so far. I'm going to keep on practicing, and I just think, maybe a few minutes, like 10 minutes every day or just once a week, have a little bit of practice. I really think just slowing down, being present in that moment, you'll see some improvement. And really it's for me, I'm kind of thinking of it as one letter at a time. Like if I look at my handwriting and I see which shapes are a bit weaker than others, just concentrate on improving those. And then I'm going to move into the special extra flourishes of the capital letters and all of that sort of thing. But I really do think a little bit of practice can go a long, long way. I hope you'll give it a try anyway. If you're still having trouble thinking of who you can write a letter to, write one to me. My email address is in the description, and I'd be happy to receive it. That'd be great, guys. All right, thank you all for listening. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next video.